Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, peeps? So in this episode, we have Zoe from Tampa-ish. We talk about how she utilized her free time as a med student to create a following here in Tampa on IG, and then also how social media can be quite addictive.
Yes, and we also dive into some YouTube tea, as well as how Scrubs is the best show ever created, hands down. So let's roll this intro, and let's get started. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Roberto Guido.
And my name is Marissa Lewis.
And together we are
the Dos Cocos Locos.
And welcome to our podcast.
So our goal with this podcast is to drop as much coconut fire, which is our way of saying life/business knowledge bombs, for creatives that don't necessarily know much about life or business, through conversations with one another as well as with other fellow creatives and dope people.
Our story has a lot of twists and turns, but basically we started by selling coconuts at the beach, and now we have our own photography and videography business, and it's through these conversations that we were able to really learn how to navigate this thing called life. Enjoy. So Zoe, how's it going?
Hey, I'm so excited to be here, guys.
Dude, thanks so much for taking time to come hang out with us and just chill.
Same with you guys.
Be on the pod.
Yeah,
I know.
Someone
My first
calling
pod.
it the pod, and I was like, yes.
Yeah,
let's do it.
that sounds cool. Let's do that.
Now it's called the pod.
Jump in the pod.
Coco and the pods.
Yes.
Nice.
That's cute.
So, we basically just have two questions, and then it's beginning question, conversation, and then end question.
Okay.
Yep,
That's basically
Sounds
it.
good.
So
Yeah.
the first question we like to ask all our guests is, in one sentence, it could be. I just oh god. Everyone has different reactions to these.
One sentence. Oh my god. This is
Okay.
a thesis sentence.
Yeah, believe me.
So it can be as long or as short as you want. But what is it that you do, so that we can let our audience.
What do I
listeners
do?
know?
Yeah, you know. Oh my god. I'm just imagining you guys editing all this out. You're like, oh god. Well, I'm a medical student. But I also just like to do things that I like to do.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
Oh my god. Well, I like to eat a lot. I like to watch Netflix. The Handmaid's Tale is back on.
Ooh.
Yeah, I watched a lot of
haven't
TV.
watched it yet.
Oh my god, it's
I've heard so many good things about it.
It's so good.
Is it scary?
Okay, yeah, okay. So this is why I hadn't watched it for the longest time, because I thought it was really scary and I can't watch anything scary.
Me either. So it's not scary.
It's not scary.
Is it just
in that way? It's not even
it's
that.
not
it's more just scary psychologically.
So it's not gore scary. It's
No, not at all.
There's no major. It's not like the Quentin Tarantino blood everywhere.
No. I don't watch scary movies. Get Out freaked me. I mean, I know Get Out is scary.
That freaked me out too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So it's not that scary. It's more scary in the idea and the concepts. And I'm like, oh my god, this could be our reality in 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that way.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's scary in that way.
Like Black Mirror kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but
So
less
it's
scary.
newer?
Well, that's scary.
What does it take place? I thought it took
Oh
place.
my god.
in
What
the
did you
past.
think? Me too. It's
Because
not.
it's
It's not.
like a pilgrim looking woman.
No, it's not. It's actually in the future.
No way.
Or
okay.
the present to future. What could be our future?
What? Okay, so you said 5 years. So here-ish.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
really
Interesting.
scary.
Very-
It's really scary.
Okay. Yeah, I have a whole different view on it now. I really thought it was gonna be
Dang.
50, 100 years ago? Yeah, me
yes,
too.
with horse-drawn carriages.
I know.
That's where my mind was going.
Yeah.
Okay,
Me too.
interesting.
Dang.
All right, now
Alright.
I gotta check it
You
out.
should definitely watch it.
Yeah.
All right.
Sold. Boom.
Several people that I know have been like, oh, if you watch this, I'm like, no.
I know.
Okay, all right, gotta get into it. Okay, so Netflix food.
So Netflix food, I mean, I say that I like doing certain things, but I don't get around doing them. You know,
what?
painting, or
Okay.
photography,
Yes.
stuff like that. I feel like I do like doing it, but then I somehow don't take the time to do it now. I don't know
Same.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess I like hang out with friends. I actually like hang out by myself a lot.
Yes.
Self-love, yeah, that's important.
That's
yeah.
really
Yeah. What else do I do? Oh, another thing that I like to say that I like to do, but I don't do that all that much, is read.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't read enough anymore.
I know.
It's awesome because when you do it, you're like, oh yes, why haven't I
Yeah.
do this for?
Like,
Yeah.
why
But then it's
haven't I
like-
been reading this book?
But then
Exactly.
life happens and you're like, oh, I gotta do all this. Especially as a
Yeah.
medical student, I would
Yeah.
assume that's just
yeah.
How is that
crazy.
going?
Oh my god, you guys. Okay, so the first 2 years, I mean, I feel like I'm on the struggle bus constantly. And like, I know everyone else is like, oh my God, like everyone thinks they're on the struggle bus, but I feel like I really am. And maybe
like you're not on the same struggle bus.
Yeah, I was telling my friend that I was like, they're on like a struggle bus that's going much faster, and I'm on like the last struggle bus, you know?
That's so funny.
Or like I missed their struggle bus and I have to wait for the next one to come around. Like,
that's hilarious.
But yeah, it's like the first 2 years have been difficult, but I just went through orientation for the past like week or so for third year where we start rotations in the hospitals with clerkships and stuff. Oh my God, they scared me so much.
Really?
They're basically like whatever you thought was difficult the past 2 years, it's about to get a whole lot worse.
Wow.
And you're not gonna like know what hit you.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just like, I'm so scared. And then talking to fourth years, they were like, yeah, third year was like so intense. But fourth year is usually really chill, so...
Okay, so you just gotta get past like this
exactly.
and then it's smooth sailing.
Yeah.
From there.
Dang.
Wow.
For a year,
Wait,
yeah.
so like you go through, so like you're in the hospitals then, like going through the different...
I will be. Mm-hmm. I know, it's so
Dang.
weird. Like, I mean, hopefully I won't see any of you guys in the hospital.
Like, oh yeah, hey, we did a podcast with you. So my arm's like completely cut off.
Yeah, and I'll be like,
Can you fix this?
yeah. Let me go ask you all these questions. How's your podcast going though? Yeah.
Hey, that's wild.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
so-
So do you have like a specialty that you're like looking into?
Oh my God, everyone asks me this, but I'm like,
That's
no.
like the only question I know how to
I
answer.
know.
know. Even like people in medicine are always like, what are you thinking about? And I'm like,
True.
I don't know. So I just say internal medicine because that's kind of like general.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you can go into like lots of different
Yeah,
stuff
so-
after
Oh, yeah.
it. But I don't think anyone really knows because we haven't gone through the
Yeah, I
process.
feel like you'll,
Yeah,
once you
like-
actually see everything, you'll be like, okay,
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
ever want to do that. Maybe
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe in like, I think we have to kind of know what we're doing in March. So
Okay,
Okay, so
So
you
you
got
guys
some
what's a
time.
year? Yeah. Yeah.
that's cool. So
Dang.
then after
Yeah.
this is the fourth year when you like kind of nail down and pick one, or do you?
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you have to pick one? I mean,
So
yeah,
I think
really?
what happens is by March, you kind of have to have an idea of what you want to do because then you pick your track for fourth year.
Okay.
And then they'll do, because a lot of stuff, like the rotations are pretty general this year, like pediatrics, internal med, surgery, neuropsych,
Yeah.
but they're not specific because there's so many specialties out there.
right.
So then you pick what you kind of want to do, and then fourth year you go on like a specific track that's tailored towards what you want to do. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I know.
We were almost doctors once.
Oh my God!
That's so funny. It's funny because I'm like, oh my God, we would have done all that stuff.
I know, I'm like, wow, this would have been our life.
Yeah, you can just keep up with me and I'll tell you what you're missing out on.
I'm so gonna be like
Yeah.
vicariously living through you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I'll do the same with you guys.
Yeah.
We can swap lives.
Yeah, see, like
We
literally,
were
though,
both
we're
biology
both,
majors in college.
I think you guys told me
Yeah.
this, yeah.
Yeah, so that was not for me. Like,
Yeah.
like,
You didn't like
listen,
biology?
No, I loved
yeah,
biology.
was fun. I think for
I
me,
hated orgochemistry.
Same.
Like,
Yeah,
and it was just not.
Same.
And I'm just not a math person. Like, I'm just not good at math. Like, I own that.
But there's no math.
I know.
What are you
I
talking
had to take all those dumb math classes, and like, I just could not get through them.
yeah,
They
Oh.
were rough.
Yeah.
yeah.
I digress.
Orgo was rough.
But we were, yeah. So that was like Robert was
Like, I was,
really.
yeah, I was like,
he was
just
more of a
like,
big doctor than I
be
was.
like a
I
doctor
feel.
because
Oh
like
my God.
that was like literally because I was just like
Yeah.
raised like that way. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
either work, either cutting grasses because I come from like a Mexican background, like stereotypical, but like either cutting grasses, working at a restaurant, or become a doctor. I'm like,
Those were the other two routes.
like these are my only two choices
Oh my
like
God.
ever.
I was like, I don't know
But-
where or how you got here. but-
That's so
Yeah,
that's so interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to like. I cook grass. I'm like, that kind of sucked. Like working in a restaurant, I'm like, that was kind of funner, but like it's still like it's not that great. So let's
Like
try this
levels.
doctor. Yeah,
And you're
I'm
like,
like, all right, I guess I'll be a doctor.
all right, I guess I'll be a
That's what it is.
doctor.
And I'm like, all right,
That's
yeah,
what
that's crazy.
happens.
But then I did work in the emergency room for like 4 days.
Wait, what'd you do?
So basically, it was just
He was
as
a scribe.
scribe. So just I would like
Oh,
follow
that's
them around
cool.
and like, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is like too intense for me. Like,
Oh really?
for me, I'm like, all right, I just don't. I kind of like came to a realization like. I just don't like being in a hospital. So like, why do I want to be a doctor
Like,
if I don't
right.
it's
like
not for me.
being in a hospital? So I'm
Yeah,
like, all right.
yeah.
So that was like a big like
Turning point.
struggle. Yeah, for internal struggles. I'm like, dang, like I spent all this time like I felt like I was gonna be a doctor, and like now what do I do?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so like I had like a midlife crisis at the age of like 20. I'm like, I don't know
Okay.
what to do. Like, a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's
I
like
don't
a
know what to do.
career
So I'm like, well, I guess I'll
Yeah.
just be a teacher for now until I figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And,
he was
like,
a high school science teacher
Yeah,
for like
for a year. So I was
That's
in ninth
cool.
grade.
Did you like it?
Actually, I really did. I liked like teaching my students, like hanging out with my students. I didn't really like hanging out with my teachers though. There's a lot-
Because you were probably
yeah.
closer in age to your students.
Well, that
right?
and also like they were just more
That's true.
positive than my my teacher, my fellow co-workers were very negative. They just talked about like their bad students, so their struggles. I'm like,
Aw.
that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But actually that kind of led us through like here because like I actually did
Yeah,
videos
all
for
of
my
that.
students
When
doing the
we met,
labs.
actually,
Oh.
Yeah.
we were both gonna be doctors.
Yeah. So
Wait, you guys met in college?
Yeah.
yeah. So we both met in college.
Wow.
So yeah, just
That's so cool.
just like weird turn of events, but now here we are.
Yeah. Now we're here. Now we all here.
Yeah.
We're all pre-med. This is the pre-med podcast.
Hey man. So
That was an
how do you
experience.
find the time? Because like
Oh
I can
my
only
God.
imagine the amount of work. Because
Yes.
like we understand like we have like an idea of like the amount
Yeah.
of work that
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
So like how do you do that and like also like go out to events? Because that's where we met you. We met you at
Yeah.
an opening event for Emberd.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Which is a
right.
restaurant in Tampa. But like
Yeah.
so how do you find time to like even do that?
And like,
as well?
how do you find time to be like a med dude and like an influencer at the same time?
LOL.
No, seriously.
No, I know.
yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I mean, it is. I think the first 2 years are kind of just like you can create your own schedule basically. Like there are lectures and content that you have to like learn, but then you just take the exams. So for me, I was like, okay, I kind of knew that the first 2 years were going to be like that, and then third and fourth year was like no time at all because you have
Right.
to be at the hospitals, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the most of it, and I wanted to explore Tampa. I don't know why. I guess for the first. So I'm now a third year, but when I first moved here, I didn't really explore Tampa for like, so it was like July, August, September, October, November, January, for 5 months because I started in
Yeah.
Wait,
January.
where'd you move from?
Gainesville.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so it was like January, and then I remember my friend Daniel, he like moved back and his parents lived in Harbor Island and I hung out with him. And he was like, oh, there's like so many cool things here. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like,
Yeah, like,
I don't even know. I knew nothing about
Yeah.
Tampa at all. Like nothing. I didn't know where downtown was. I didn't know like, I was just like around USF because that's
Yeah.
where most medical students I think tend to hang out. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like around school, right? And then I was like, wait, I have time and I could just drive and explore new places. And then I was like, okay. Then I made it my goal to like explore Tampa.
That's cool.
yeah.
And that's when like my Instagram I think started taking off. Like I started taking it a little bit more seriously, and I was like, okay, I want to explore like all the coffee shops that are here because you can study in them. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Oh,
I can just
yeah.
study there.
Win-win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then I started seeking out those places. Like I found them through Yelp or whatever, and I just go to a new one. And then I was like, okay. And then I would post about it because I was like, okay, I just want to know for my own reference and for anyone else who
Yeah.
That
wants
makes
to know.
sense. Yeah.
So I did
Cool.
that. And then the thing, I guess the time for like events and stuff, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because like I want to go to so many
Oh, yeah.
events. Like
There's so many. Like,
I know.
I feel like there's an event
Like,
every
almost-
single day.
Yeah, for
Like
real.
somewhere.
Yeah, and so I want to go to the ones that I'm invited to, but like I also have to think like, oh, this is where is it gonna be? Like the driving time,
Yeah,
how much?
sometimes they're like pretty
Oh,
far.
yeah.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
the amount of time spending there, and then the amount of time back.
Oh yeah.
And then I just have to factor that in because when I go to some place myself, like I said, I go to most places myself, even for dinner, I'm able to like sit there. Sometimes if it's not like a nice restaurant, I can study there after.
Oh,
So it's
true.
really like, I feel like I'm pretty efficient with where I hang out
Yeah,
and
you're
studying
like,
time.
I'm
That's
gonna bring
super
all
cool.
of my stuff with me.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Food, and then
Exactly.
I'm gonna study.
Exactly. I do
Hey.
like always have my backpack
Respect,
with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So when I do go to events, like I also just like carry clothing in my trunk. Oh my God, I have like everything you could ever need, like
That's so
professional
funny.
clothing, like dresses,
I love
like
that.
5 shoes, you know, so that I can just like switch and I have like a
You're just
makeup
ready for
thing.
anything.
Exactly.
That is so great.
And I have like chacos, you know, in case I'm like, oh, I want to go to the park. And then I go to the park. So
I definitely thought you said tacos for a second. I was like, you just carry those around with you in your car.
like, aren't they bad by now? No, chacos like the shoes. Yeah.
Just whip out a taco. Like on the podcast.
Ready to go.
Always ready. Sponsored by Taco Bell. No, it's not.
That'd be
Yeah.
great though. Like hiking.
So yeah.
That's so fun.
Dang.
That is very
Right.
efficient.
So you just
Yeah.
like max out your time then. You're like, all right, like I know I'm busy,
Yeah.
but like I know I can like fit this in.
Exactly. And I definitely try to do that. And I hate, I have FOMO, but then I also have like the opposite of FOMO. I think it's called something now.
There is a word for that now?
FOMO, like fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out, and then like fear of like.
Because like if I do go to an event or something and I'm like, ugh, like I'd rather be studying. You know, like that happens.
It's true. It's true because like some events can be better than others. So I can definitely see that.
Or if it like drags on a little bit longer and I'm like, oh, I want to like leave, but like, how do I do this? I'm so bad at leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang,
exactly.
that's crazy.
That's so cool. So what's probably like, what's a couple of your favorite events that you've gone to?
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Right? Put you on the spot.
I know. I have like a horrible memory. I think the M-Bird event was fun. I think the best events are when there's like people that you interact with and you get to know and you're like, whoa, those are like quality people.
Yeah, and then you see them again like another event and you're like,
cool. So I'm trying to think. I think the Hard Rock, okay, one thing that I do like about events, this is like not, is that I can like bring my friends who I don't get to see that often. This is another thing I do, by the way, because you get a +1.
That makes sense.
And so I'm just like, okay, so like I usually invite my friend Sherry, who's like in St. P, and I don't get to see her that often. And I'm like, we
follow her on Instagram.
I love her. She's so funny.
She's
so
awesome.
funny. Shout out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, let's meet up here, and then we can like catch up and have a hangout at an event with the food and like the vibes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, okay, those are good. But then it's also good if you go alone and you meet other people, because I feel like when you go alone, you're more likely to like mingle with other people. So there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the M-Bird event because you guys, like I met you guys and then I met some other people and I was like, wow, it was a good time, good vibe.
Yeah. Food's really good too.
So it's really more like the people then.
It's definitely about the people.
So it's definitely like
alcohol.
It's not the restaurant. So it's not the restaurant or the food. It's just like the environment that they create.
Yeah, definitely. Like music, and I think like loose atmosphere. Like I don't really like it when it's like, oh,
very
this is coming out, and you're just like, okay, we'll just sit here like waiting,
and wait, and all swarm to take pictures of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
it's more fun when it's just like you can just like move around, talk to who you want to talk to.
And just get some food.
Yeah,
while
you
you're doing
just
all
go to the
that.
bar and get a drink. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
chill.
I see that.
So I like
That's
those
cool.
events more.
That's true. Now that we've gone to like
a few of them, now we can like really
3.
see.
Now I can see the difference.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's
cool.
That's dope. So you took like a hiatus, right? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oh wait, did I mess it up? I messed up words a lot.
Oh my god, no, that's okay. I always say
Sometimes he like throws in Spanglish, and I'm like, what did you say?
She's like, you said that backwards. I'm like, well, that's how my brain works. So like,
I love it.
Yeah. So you took a hiatus from like social media.
Yeah.
Right? For, like, you just kind of just came out of it just recently.
Yeah.
Well, a partial hiatus. Like
I
we still saw you every week.
Yeah, partial hiatus. Yeah.
I'm so bad at like not being on Instagram all the time. And I just want to post stuff so much. And I feel like when I talk to other people, though, they have the opposite problem. They're like, oh, I don't know what to post. And I'm like, I have the opposite problem where I want to post so much and I don't want to annoy people. Because I'm pretty sure there have been times where I'm like, wow, if I was following me, like I'd be so annoyed at the number of stories I have right now. Like, this is insane. Just stop. But I can't help it.
But people like seeing that, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people like,
certain
like,
people.
see your... So like, how did you like what were your thoughts and stuff? Because like we like almost everyone that we talk to has like this struggle with Instagram. They're like, oh, like I'm spending too much time on it, and it's like affecting me in this area of my life. Or like, I need to post more because like I'm trying to do this stuff. Like so like, what was like your overall like experience through that?
With your right.
Right. So I was on Instagram, well, I guess I kind of am now again. Like all the time. Like whenever I opened my phone, I would just go on Instagram.
Yeah.
Scroll through. Yeah. Look at, everything. And I was like, I can't do this because it was taking so much time out of my life and I had to study like intensely. And I was like, I can't do that and be on Instagram. And for me, I'm definitely someone who I'm either into something or I'm not, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm into Instagram, and I was like, I can't partially be into it, so I just deleted the app, and I was like, this is sad, because I had so many drafts saved, but I was like, whatever.
Do those go away if you delete the app?
Yeah, because they're saved, like, on your phone or within the app, so they go away.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know.
Good to know.
But that's I was like, really whatever. It is really good to know. Oh. So I still deleted it, but then I found other ways around it, because I was still, like, addicted to it. I think it is an addiction, actually.
Oh, yeah. For sure. No, it is.
Like, oh gosh, I'm addicted, guys.
Yeah, darn it. So then, but I would go on Chrome. You can log into Instagram.com now, but that's better because I can't see my messages.
Wait,
so like,
you can. Yeah, I can do that sometimes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so you can view stories.
Oh, no,
they really added it. Before you couldn't do much, but now you can do a lot.
Now it's almost It's
almost Instagram minus the messages.
Yeah.
But I did notice that like it was super hard for like the first couple of days, but then after a while I wouldn't even think about it, which was so good.
Oh.
Cause then I feel like it takes up a lot of space in your brain.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, let me check it out. What's going on?
Oh yeah.
But then after like maybe a week or two, I don't really know, I didn't think about it as much, and I would only think about it when there was something I wanted to post that was like super exciting.
Okay.
And it was really weird because like I'm used to taking photos of like my food, of like cool places, and so I had to really repress that and be like, okay, this is really nice and we make a beautiful photo.
Yeah.
But you don't have to like take a photo of it.
Yeah, so like, you just have to take like a mental photo kind of thing.
I know, but my memory is so bad. I'm like, this is gonna be gone. Like, I gotta forget I was here. Yeah, like this is. Did I even come here?
Was I even there?
Yeah. Like, literally though, like, do I even live? Because I won't remember. Do you live? No, I mean, yeah. Damn. So yeah, and then so I did go on occasionally.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was on hiatus, I was invited to so many events, and I was like, this is the worst timing ever. Where were you guys when I was like bored, wanting to be invited to things, and now
they knew you back then.
Funny. They're like, come on, just
exactly. So then I like did a few, and I posted, but then for the most part, I feel like I managed the hiatus to the best of my ability, which was like posting every couple of days still. Yeah, that's me.
Dang, as well.
So, are you on any other platform besides Instagram, or is Instagram it?
As like your main.
Yeah, it's just Instagram.
Yeah. Just Instagram.
Yeah.
So you're not on Facebook, you're not on Twitter, you're not on Snapchat.
Well, I am on. Oh, okay. Personally, I am. I'm on all of them. But I meant like Tampa-ish. Like, do I actively? Is it public? No.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have like all the social medias.
Gotcha.
But Instagram is like
but that's like where Tampa-ish lives.
Exactly. Because I used to go, like, my thing before Tampa-ish or Instagram really was Snapchat. I think most people were on Snapchat and then they, like, switched over.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Snapchat now? Like, are you still on it personally?
I was kind of on it until, like, a couple months ago where I, like, didn't even check it. And I think my phone offloaded it. You know, you have that thing with iCloud where to offload apps you don't use that much. But I do check it occasionally, but like I feel like no one's on there. I know. It's a desert, so
I don't know how to feel about it because I know some people, like some of our peeps, are still on it, like from college and stuff. But like, I don't know what to do on there anymore. Yeah, like they're still posting stories and stuff, and I'm like, okay.
I think most of the effort has just transferred to Instagram.
Yeah.
I think Snapchat would be a good way to post like sloppy nights out, you know, things that are more private, or things you don't necessarily want everyone to.
That's true. See. But now Instagram has the close friends thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know how to set that up.
Yeah.
Like it had like a whole thing when they first.
Yeah, I think you just click on like your friend, and then you're like close friend.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not that hard, but I don't see that many. I mean, I'm not on that many
that's like another thing.
I know like probably 3 people who have us as close friends because I see the.
Yeah, we're like, that green, that little green.
It's green, and I'm like, oh. But
yeah,
I don't think we set it up for anybody. But we don't really have anything that we're like.
We have no close friends.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying we don't really post like videos like that anymore.
Yeah, because we just don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you guys are more professional. You guys
no, we're not professional at all.
We're not at all.
Like, we're just like, all right, we're just sitting on a computer. I don't think anyone really would want to see this right now. So that's basically it.
Our lives are just boring at this point.
Really?
That it doesn't.
Well, it's like we do cool stuff. But
yeah.
Like, after the cool stuff is a lot of like
editing
boring stuff.
Yeah.
So you're just like, okay.
So the cool stuff's just on Instagram, for
Right,
the world
yeah.
to see, and then the rest of it's just like
why bother?
us sitting here on our computers. Yeah. So it's just not as exciting as like. It's not exciting enough to be like, okay, close friends can only see this.
Right. Yeah.
Secret.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could
But Snapchat does have the filters that are better than Instagram.
Yeah,
and I like that you can like we've created filters for people before. Like not filters. Like the geocache tags. Yeah. So like if you're in a spot, like cute. It pops up.
Like for weddings and stuff.
Yeah, so we actually created one for our friend Paula, who just got married. So we created we had like 3 that we created for her wedding, and it was like the whole city block. I love that you can do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like Instagram needs to be able to do that. If Instagram could do that, what?
So Instagram is rolling out with this thing where certain people, or I don't even know if it's anyone can do it, but you can make your own filters.
No.
Yeah, I follow. If you follow them, then they'll come up.
I saw that one. My friend Koval.
Made one?
She's not my friend.
Just follows.
My follower. She's a really good, awesome like graphic designer. I was like, my friend Koval. She came up with some and they were so awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I've seen some. I don't know. I actually don't think the ones I've seen are that good. I feel like in general, Instagram filters are just like here, and Snapchat filters are here.
I feel like they're just better. Yeah, I don't know why.
To have more time, basically.
Yeah, to progress.
Yeah. I think that's probably why. But once they get like the location thing on Instagram.
Oh, location filters?
Yeah.
I love location filters.
That's what, like, once they get those, and, like, you can actually make them and, like, pay for them like you can on Snapchat, I think it's just going to be over for Snapchat. Unless Snapchat, I don't think they can't patent that.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. But why hasn't Instagram done it?
I don't know. And, well, that would be a whole other, actually, that would be a great source of revenue for them, because you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Every time you do it.
Yeah.
And then especially, like, think about it, like, if, like, a restaurant's open up, and they're having like an event with a bunch of influencers, and they have that thing, and they just tell you just put some of that location thing like, on top of your Instagram stories.
Or even if restaurants could pay to do filters, like you open your mouth and like all these burgers fall out, like that's cool, and it could be a video. Yeah,
that would be cool. All right, Instagram, pick it up.
Get on it.
Snapchat's still beating you at that.
Yeah, for sure.
Dang. All right, you want to do a quick pause, real quick?
Yeah.
We're getting closer.
Yeah.
Pause time.
All right, so real quick, have a real heart-to-heart with you guys right now. Have you guys gotten your Dos Cocos Locos pop-up tickets for this weekend, June 15th in Ybor? Like, have you, for real? Because you should, you really should. Like, it's gonna be like the most amazing event ever. I'm gonna be there, there's gonna be other people there, but I'm most definitely gonna be there, so you definitely should. And if I'm there and you're not, I'm going to find you. But for real, right now, get your ticket, let us know that you're going, get on Eventbrite right now, search it up, Dos Cocos Locos why can't I pop up? Dos Cocos Locos pop up number 2. It's gonna be the second one. It's gonna be the best one to date. Until the next one after that. Then that would be the next best one to date, and then so on and so forth, because they're gonna continue to get better, but this one's gonna be super amazing, so be there, get your ticket now, for real, please, I'm begging. All right, back to the podcast.
Thanks, but we made the
Wait, you made it like from a template or from no template?
These are from YouTube.
Like YouTube.
And pieces
if you look underneath, like there's these little like, bar thingies.
We nailed those in ourselves.
Yeah. Are you recording this?
Right? Yeah.
Hey.
Are these cool?
We're just showing showcasing our table right now.
Yeah, so I didn't like
They made this.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a nice table.
So we bought all of like the wood and stuff. Yeah, it gets stuck sometimes. Sorry.
That was like my same reaction all the time.
Like, oh my gosh, I just dropped it.
But it's in my hand though. Like, what? Like, I get so good. I get so confused.
Guess it's fine. Yeah.
Dang. All right. Sound clap for Chris, because like he would appreciate that.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Chris.
Appreciate it. Oh, real quick, shout out to Chris for helping us edit this podcast.
Who's Chris?
Chris is our editor. Like, he helps us edit the podcast.
Yeah, I like how you said friend. I said friend, you said editor. Chris is our friend.
He's our
who helps us edit these podcasts.
Yeah, but also our friend. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was helping with like one of the. So we drop every Tuesday and Thursday. He was helping with like the Tuesdays. We were doing Thursdays. Now he's doing all of them, which is awesome. Thank you,
Super
Chris.
grateful for you, bro.
Appreciate you.
We also gotta get you on the podcast too, bro.
I know, Chris. What's happening? Let's make that happen.
Okay. All right, so back to it. So we just like kind of like talked to Zoe about like all our like struggles and stuff, and like they were like so. But then, one thing I want to know, because I saw it, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna talk to her about this. Yeah.
What?
So you were dropping like you started like experimenting with the IGTV, which is awesome. By the way.
Oh yeah, I did.
So I saw the mukbang video that you made at Armature Works.
Oh yeah.
I think it was
What was I eating?
I think it was the.
I don't remember.
Acai bowl or Dixie Dharma?
I think it was the Dixie Dharma one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
Dixie
this is
Dharma.
salty.
That's funny. I like your honest reviews.
Yeah.
So was that your first time like doing mukbang videos, or were you just like?
No, so I think I did one before, like months ago, and I was just like, no one's watching this shit. But it was because it was before Instagram rolled out, and now they have preview where you can like show preview on your feed.
Yes.
That gets a lot more people watching
Yes.
it. And I feel like they're promoting IGTV more.
Yeah,
So
they really
before, when I first did it, like nobody watched it. I was like, this is stupid. Because at first I was going to do like makeup and beauty on IGTV. But then I like stopped buying that much makeup because I don't even wear it. But I like buying it. So.
Yeah. It's weird. Like the
Right.
feeling of buying stuff just feels really good sometimes.
does.
You're just
And
like,
then when you try it on the store, you're like, oh yes,
Yeah.
I need these.
I get in the hype real fast. Like,
It's easy
yeah.
to.
I know.
Dang.
I think I would be good in marketing because I know what I like.
Right.
Like what I'm into. I'm like, okay, packaging, like
Oh yeah.
the marketing, what's the font? If it's not a good font, if the packaging's not pretty, I'm not gonna buy
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
literally
Exactly.
same.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a problem
Yeah.
Dang.
that I recognize.
So like, how did it feel? Like, I think I just want to do a mukbang video. I think we gotta
For
go
those of you who don't know what mukbang is, it's just eating food, right?
and talking to
Yeah.
to the camera and just kind of like your thoughts, whatever.
Yeah. I don't
Right.
actually watch them. I mean, I watch a couple YouTubers who
Yeah.
do mukbangs, but I don't know if they're legit mukbangs because, you know, they're like YouTubers with bajillion followers who just eat.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they talk. Like, I don't know if the noises that people like hearing,
Oh, like
which I
the
think is kind of
ASMR
weird.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be why it's so popular, or if it's the talking. But for me, I'm like, this is so boring. Like, I would never watch someone just eat. So
That's so funny. No, because yeah, I've seen some where
Yeah.
it's literally. I think it was like under the ASMR stuff. Like it was
Yeah.
just like
Like
it
the
wasn't even their whole
noises.
face. It was just like their mouth and then the food that they were eating. And I was like, this is.
it's
I don't know how to
weird.
feel about this. Yeah.
People have weird stuff. Like that's
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
That's,
Like
if
we're
that's
all,
your thing.
that's your thing.
All right.
Shout out to you. More power to you. But yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you just want to.
Yeah, I just want to talk about that. Like, oh, that's cool. I just want to like hear.
Oh my god, but IGTV is now, like, you know how it was all vertical and they were like, we're so vertical.
Yeah.
And you couldn't, like, if you had a YouTube, people really couldn't post
Yes.
to both with the
Yeah.
same video. But now IGTV is supporting, like, I think they're supporting,
No way.
Wait, what?
What do you
like, the horizontal or whatever, the other way. Or is it not? You know what? I don't know. Don't quote me on this. But I feel like something was happening with, like, the way they do their videos. Like, I think maybe you can flip it now
I think right now the only way is if you tell the viewer to. Oh, sorry.
to flip it.
Well,
To like
to
turn
flip
your.
it.
To
So
turn
then
your
you
phone.
post your video horizontally.
Damn it.
Yeah. So like when you're exporting it, it's like this way.
Yeah. But
then
you
when
tell the
turn it-
viewers
yeah.
to flip it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I feel like, but maybe. Anyways,
You're
yeah.
always like, no, I'm right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Because it doesn't
It
work
wouldn't make
for
sense. It
like
wouldn't make
YouTube
sense,
and
but-
Instagram. You gotta
Yeah.
record things twice, or like make sure
Yeah.
that it's lined up. So if you stretch it
Yeah.
enough, it's in the center.
I think they're gonna do it like where you can do both.
Yeah, but I think it's
I
also
think
like
so.
a mental thing too. Like when you go on Instagram, you're like, all right, I'm gonna hold my phone like
This
this,
way, like a regular
Yeah.
phone.
and people
Yeah.
just don't want to turn their phones. Like,
Or maybe it's YouTube that's gonna adapt. I read
YouTube
one
now-
I
of
think it was
Yeah,
okay, then it was
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube.
YouTube now
Yeah,
you
there we
can
go.
post vertical videos,
Okay,
and on
okay.
your phone it shows up
That's
as like
what
a
it
regular
was. You
vertical
guys would
video.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
Yeah, but on the laptop though, when you,
it just
like,
looks weird.
it looks weird because it has the black bars on the side, but it has it vertical though.
I know,
But like
on
for your phone, it looks good.
Why don't they just
So-
reformat it so the video's on the left and the comments are on the right for YouTube?
that'd be nice.
I feel like YouTube, honestly.
That'd be a whole new template though. They gotta make.
Yeah,
for
what are
every
your thoughts on
single
YouTube?
page. Well, yeah, what do you feel?
Okay, well, I just don't understand who's like designing these things, like in terms of like YouTube design. Because I had a friend who was like working for YouTube, but I don't know exactly what she was doing. But she didn't even know what YouTube was, and I was like, "Girl, how are you gonna work for YouTube and not even know like what they do?"
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
Like she knew of YouTube, but like she didn't know like anything about it.
But she was working for them though?
Yeah,
Wait,
like legit. I don't know. I think she was like a programmer though.
Oh, okay.
So but don't they program stuff? Like for the site? I don't know what she was doing. Maybe it was more analytics. Okay. Either way, it got me real worried. And I was like, who are these people working for them?
True.
Hey. No,
yeah, they don't know.
Yeah. And
Who
like,
knows?
I feel like, I mean, yeah, but I do go on YouTube a lot. I used to never watch YouTube. And then like after college, I'm on it. Like I'm up with the beauty drama. Like I'm up with the...
There's like a lot of YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube drama in general too.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
there's a lot going on.
Oh, did you hear the thing about like James Charles and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are your
I had a lot. I had so many thoughts. Like,
what are your thoughts?
So many.
What are your thoughts?
Just the amount of memes.
Oh
from
my god!
I know.
So I watched the entire like 43-minute video that Tati made.
Yeah, Tati. Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
I actually followed her already.
Because of PewDiePie.
I literally followed all these people beforehand, so I was like, "Oh my god!"
They're like, "Whoa!"
I didn't want to watch it because I was like stressed on time. It's such a long video, but I watched it on like 2x speed, and I know I always watch videos on like 1.25 at least. Because I'm like, I don't have time, but I want to know.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So I was like, wow, James is not to be trusted after Tati's video. I was like, he is like, first of all, okay, I never really liked James, but then my friend in Orlando like loved James, and he was like, oh my god, let me show you all this Facetune stuff that I learned from James. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm kind of easily influenced by my friends. So then I followed James, and I was like, okay, like I watched his videos. I guess I enjoyed his videos. But then after the Tati video, I was like, wow, I hate James. Unfollow. And I was just like, how could he do that to her? Like, she provided him so much support, and he never reciprocated any of that. And I was like, he's just like, and I think she's right when she was like, someone doesn't reach that level of success so fast without kind of like screwing other people over, kind of. Yeah. And I was like, I think she's right. Because she helped him out so much. But then, you know, he made his apology video right after, which was just horrible. But then he came out with a legit video that was like, you know, official. Yeah. Yeah. And then a lot of people believed him because he was like, Tati's like allegations were false. I did support her and I did promote Halo Beauty, but I don't think he really did, like, to the level that she helped him out. He like, all his promos were like in her videos itself, and it's like, okay, if you're gonna be on her video, of course you're gonna mention her product. Yeah. Like, they weren't in his videos, and he did only invite her on his channel a couple times, whereas she invited him on all the time and really helped build up his fame. Yeah. Because she had millions of followers when he didn't. Yeah. And she invited him on. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people like believed James and went back to him, but I was like, you know what? I didn't even like him that much to begin with, and like, I don't really trust him.
Like, I'm out. This is the last straw, James. No.
Yeah. Dude, and he lost a lot of subscribers.
Oh my gosh, isn't he like the most lost subscribers? Like, wasn't it like
crazy? It was like 6 million. Yeah, it was like millions of subscribers,
like 3 or 6 millions. Yeah.
Yeah, but then like I didn't know anything about this until like I watch a lot of PewDiePie videos because like PewDiePie's funny.
That's the only reason we know anything about this.
Yeah, but like he just does a good way of like recapping everything super quick. I'm like, oh, I didn't know this. Yeah. But, like, now I know all this stuff. I'm like caught up. I'm hip.
You're hipping with it.
I'm hipping with it. But yeah, but he's just funny though. But I think the way he broke it down was kind of interesting too, because Tati, the way she formatted her video. She kind of like soft plugged her own merch in that video too. So like through that video, she also was able to promote her product as well. So like I see it on both sides. I'm like, all right, both of these people are a little. I mean, because I don't really know them personally, so I'm just like seeing it from just like an outside perspective. I'm like, all right, I can see.
But like if I was talking about how he didn't support my product, I would talk about my product.
Yeah,
no?
I guess that makes sense. But
yeah, and okay, people were also criticizing Tati because
she also like apologized for. She made another video too, didn't she? Where she was like, "I'm sorry for like hurting James Charles too."
Were there 2 videos?
Well, she did have another video after it. But she's since taken down both those videos.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So, and she also didn't monetize the first video that she did.
Okay.
The 43-minute one that got like millions of views.
Yeah.
But one of the criticisms is in that video, she did claim that James Charles was like a predator, like a sexual predator towards straight men. And then people were like, well, if you really thought that he was like a harm to society, why didn't you say anything until it hurt you personally?
Damn.
Which, okay, like valid point, but also I feel like I might do the same. Like until I don't know. Like maybe she thought he was like a bad person or, you know, menace to society, but she was like, maybe he can be helped. And then it was like a personal hit, and then it was like too many hits. She was like, I got it now. Like,
I got it. It
lit the fire under her to make that 43-minute video.
Damn.
That's a long video. Like, that's
I know.
long.
It was so good, though. Like, I have a short, like, attention span, and I sat through and I was like, oh my God. She gave so many details for how, like, her and her husband have helped James. I was like, wow, this is real.
So YouTube drama.
YouTube drama.
Oh,
it's so serious, though.
The tea is very strong.
I know. It is.
That's so funny. It's like a whole, like...
It really is.
World on YouTube.
Oh yeah, and now drama channels have like millions of followers. Like I follow a lot of drama channels.
They do a really good job of just like getting people up to
speed.
speed. You're like, what's going on here? And now there's even drama in like streaming, like gaming and stuff. Like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
There's some
so
times
we just
where
went into Twitch. We did our first Twitch yesterday.
Soft plug.
Soft plug. Dos Cocos.
Just literally on any platform, just type in Dos Cocos.
And that's us. Yeah. So, but we did our first stream yesterday, and like we were watching YouTube channel.
Yeah.
YouTube's of like streamers.
Drama.
I don't know where I was going.
It was like drama,
and it was just it's like they were like fighting back and forth.
Yeah, because
like
they can like call each other out while they're streaming, and then like people get like banned on Twitch for like a couple days because they're like, oh, like that's a way of Twitch saying like, oh, you were bad, like you get grounded. Like basically, like you're grounded for a little bit, which can hurt them though because like they literally make a living off of their streaming. So if you can't stream, you're not making money. So it's kind of like a very powerful thing. But yeah, it's a whole drama is just like crazy
everywhere. People love it.
Yeah, it is something you can get into for sure.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dang. Wow.
The internet.
We're just
taking it all in. Taking it all in.
Yeah.
So much drama.
Dang. So
that's crazy.
You have any other questions?
Yes, our final question.
Oh my God. Okay. Final question.
Why you gotta scare him?
I'm just kidding.
I know that was intense.
That
was intense.
I'm
like yes. Okay. Our final question is, so we like to keep it real on this podcast.
Okay. Same.
So our final question we ask everybody is, what is something you're currently struggling with, and what's something that someone can help you with, like today? Today.
Like right
in
now.
In this moment that you're in.
How can they help Tampa-ish with their struggles?
With my struggles?
Yes. What do you struggle with?
I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm struggling with right now.
Okay.
In general, like this week.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about okay. It's basically like, so during this week of training, I feel like a lot of what they emphasize is like confidence. Because I'm not that great at presenting to attending. So like when you have a patient and you like do their interview, physical exam, they have to go to the intern or whoever and present so they know what's going on, right?
Yeah. I've seen Grey's Anatomy.
I haven't, so I didn't know.
You've never seen Grey's Anatomy?
I don't watch it. Oh my God.
I've seen any doctor.
Scrubs, the most realistic.
Yes, Scrubs is where it's at.
That was good.
I think that's kind of why.
That was a great show.
Wait, that's why you what?
That's why I was gonna try to be a doctor.
Legit.
Like I want to be JD, damn it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so it's hard because like I don't really feel confident in what I'm presenting because I'm not sure if I'm doing it the right way. I'm not sure if like this is right. So it's hard because I feel like they want me to just act confident when I'm not. And I guess this is a common theme in life. People are always just like, act confident and then you'll grow into it.
Fake it till you
but
make
I don't like that. Why do I have to fake it till I make it? Why can't I just be me? Okay? And just like show, because then I feel like if I'm not confident about something, like why is that bad? Like, I don't know.
Damn.
But I know that I have to just fake it till I make it because she criticized me real harsh about that.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, you can't go into your rotations and like say it with uncertainty. You just have to like be confident. Because she was like,
I think in that scenario,
I guess that makes sense because like if your patient's you're you're like, I think this is what's wrong with him.
I know.
And then they're like, wait, what? Like, I don't know.
Is this
it's like life or death situation. But in any other situation,
I get that.
But I don't because I feel like if I'm a patient, I would want to know if my doctor is not sure about something instead of being like, I know it's this, and then they're wrong and you're confused.
Yeah.
Like yesterday we had an ALS panel about patients.
What's an ALS?
Oh, like Lou Gehrig's disease. Remember the ALS bucket challenge? Yeah, to raise awareness for that. And it was like a panel of people who had ALS. They talked about their how they got diagnosed with it. And this one person was like, yeah, like I had seen the doctor the week before I met my current doctor who diagnosed with ALS. Yeah. And he was like, 100% you don't have ALS. He was so confident. And he was like, oh, okay, great. And he felt so good because he was like, I don't have ALS. And then he got the diagnosis a week later and he was like, oh shit, I do have it. And I mean, obviously the previous doctor thought that he really didn't have it. Yeah. But a lot of them were saying like, if you're not sure about what your patient has, or even if you're thinking about something, you should just tell them straight up. But I guess you can do it confidently. Yeah. So I'll just have to like mark.
Hey, listen, like we don't know what was going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. I think I would actually like that as a patient.
Yeah.
Because like then the doctor says something, you're like, dang, and then like it happens to be wrong. You're just like, why did that? Because you're adding so much stress on that person's life. Yeah.
Right.
Like I do that with people in general, which maybe I shouldn't do. But if someone says to me they're 100% sure about something and I think otherwise, I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, yes, and then they're wrong. I like automatically write them off. I'm like, I can't trust them ever again.
Wow.
But yeah, so self-confidence, I guess, or just like feeling, this is another thing where I feel like with the struggle bus too, I feel like I am like, it's hard because sometimes you're in with a classmate or someone and I feel like they're doing a lot better than me, and then how do I not compare myself to that other person? Right. Because everyone's in your own lane, whatever. Yeah, I get it, but it's hard to put that into practice. Like I know in theory I'm measuring up to myself, but then when someone else is there and they're doing a lot better and they're getting like praise and you're like not, or the opposite, it's like how do I just I don't know.
And it's like right there too, like because there's a lot of that going on online, like Instagram and stuff like that. But that's like real life though.
Yeah. Like
you're like right there. Like,
So I don't know how y'all can help me with that, but you can follow me at Tampa-ish.
Yes, Tampa-ish.
Boost that confidence through the followers.
I mean, I think one important thing that I try to do, and I'm like, okay, I just try to find meaning in like different parts of my life, right? So like Instagram, or like through being in nature. I like nature, or like through exercise, through hanging out with other friends, maybe not in medical school. And then obviously medicine is going to be a huge part. Yes. So I feel like finding maybe balance in all those different and importance in every aspect of your life. So when one part seems to like not be going so well, you're not like, oh my god, I'm a failure, what's like the point
everything
of my life?
in worse is
that's cool.
So
that makes sense.
That is cool. And I think you're probably one of the coolest medical students that we know.
For real?
No, seriously though, because like we understand. No, because seriously, it's so easy. Like as a medical student, you're like, all right, medicine's all my life.
Yeah.
And, like this is
and then if that fails, or like if that's just like exhausting, that's your entire life.
Yeah,
like, I just feel like your entire life is exhausted,
and you're just like, nope, I'm not gonna make that my full life. So I'm gonna have that.
Yeah, that's like my goal.
Yeah, so that's.
But then, okay, the other side of that is I feel like if people do just they're all in medical school, then and a lot of people do, but then they end up doing, better in that aspect of their life. So then they are like, maybe you can find happiness through that way. But then it's like, if that doesn't go well, then that's horrible. So
I
don't know.
I mean, I feel like if you put your energy into any one thing, you're gonna do better at it.
Right.
But then if that one thing, like that one thing can't be your everything.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's
like,
something like medicine.
We actually were in this too. Yeah. Because like we're like, we were in this weird funk where we're like, what do we talk to people? Because like we just do photo and videography as a full-time job, but we also like doing that for fun.
So we're like, what do we talk to?
So what do we literally, we have nothing else. Like, like even when we go on dates, we're like, we have nothing to talk about because like we literally spend
work.
Yeah.
Like this is all the only
time
thing we
together. We're always just working. Like,
so
I hate that.
So and that can't be our everything. Like that's something that's interesting the way you just said it. Like you find importance in other aspects of your life because everything is important, not just school, not just work, like that's
and
cool.
Even as you like transition through life, because I feel like when people think about doctors, like you think about the person who their entire life is around medicine, and that's how it should be. It's like super, well, not everything, but like I guess it's number one, or it used to be. Like I think a lot of older physicians, when they went into medicine, like someone told me like they were married to a physician, and when they got married, he was like, medicine is my number one wife. Like medicine will always come above everything else, right? But I feel like now, like the younger generation, we are taking way more importance into lifestyle, which is why the nicer lifestyle ones are a lot more competitive now, like psych or like ER, where you have like set time limits.
Right.
So yeah, new generation, new priorities.
That's cool.
That's cool how it's like changing into the.
Yeah. I know. Maybe it'll change. I don't know.
You can be part of that change.
I know.
You'll be like, you know what?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be a doctor soon.
I know. In 2 years,
That's
I'm like
crazy. Do you feel like you're there?
I feel like I know nothing.
But I feel like you never feel like you're there. Like in anything. Like we don't know where we're at, and we're in it.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I guess so.
Cool. I mean, you've learned a lot of stuff in the past.
Have.
So like,
but it's also like I came from like I didn't know anything. Like a spleen, I was like, does everyone have a spleen? Like I don't know. Literally 2 years ago, and now I'm like, yeah, I know what a spleen is. I know where it is. So that is cool.
That's
true.
That's cool.
Dang, man.
Oh.
That's cool.
Thank you for being on our podcast.
Wow, thanks for having me, guys.
And this is her first podcast. Like, what? I'm excited.
First pod.
I know. First pod.
of many.
I feel like we're so many people's like first podcast, and that's so exciting for me at least.
Yeah.
Like,
it's awesome.
Like we did it.
Because like there's so many cool people. You just have to like. I'm like, why are you not like sharing your story with people? Like you need to share your stories.
And it's cool that like people like get to use this to like just talk about themselves, share their because everybody has a story, and it's all like usually really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Thanks for starting a podcast and inviting so many people. You know. That's cool. Without them, I would not even have been on a pod. Wow. Who am I without being on a pod?
Right? And this day in 2017. Wow, I was 2017, girl.
Whoa, okay, Marissa. Calm down there.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, rate, do all that fun jazz.
Yes, like, subscribe.
And
all of
if you made it to the end of this podcast, like reach out to us. We'd love to get some coffee with you or something.
They were cool.
Or, wait, what should the thing be?
Like
secret phase?
Yeah.
Ooh, secret phrase.
Or emoji. If you made it this far.
Oh my god, I like the blue fairy one.
All right.
Fairy.
But you have to update your iOS if you haven't already.
Yeah, because I don't think I have that one.
So
I was going to get a square. Question mark.
So either drop a square question mark or the blue fairy.
Yes,
and then we'll know who the real peeps are.
Yes.
All right, sweet. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
That was so great.
Before we end this podcast, I just want to give a huge shout out to EV47. He's the one that made the beat for the beginning and end of this podcast. So you should definitely check him out because he's dope. And yeah, peace.
Yes.